Alright, wanted to go over this Narcissus mod. Just installed it last night, started messing around with it a little bit, and we've really been enjoying it. It lets you create really cool screenshots, lets you take NPCs from anywhere in the game and like put them on your screen and kind of pose them, move them around, and like kind of do dumb or cool screenshots, whatever you want to do. Gives you a little bit of that FF14G pose feel, just a little bit, and has a couple things that they don't even allow you to do in G pose. So it's worth taking a look at. It's just has a little button right here, and we click it, and so this is part of it. It kind of gives you a cool character screen. You can set it, it'll be automatically set where it goes into this anytime you're AFK, so after like 5 minutes or whatever. It'll just slowly rotate around your character, look cool, you know, if you're streaming or whatever it might be, and just gives you a cool way to kind of see your character. And you can move around in this screen even a little bit. It just kind of slowly rotates. It uses that dynamic camera part of the game, just slowly rotate around your character and look cool. And so it has this option, gives you stats and all that good stuff. So down here in the lower left corner, it gives us a couple options too. We can do emotes here. So here we can do a question. It just gives you a drop-down list of all the emotes you can do. And so if you're looking to like take a cool screenshot of your character, you can do that and just have them do whatever you like and just kind of make them mess around. So that's a cool little feature. It does give you the option to hide text, which if there was anybody with nameplates in the background, it would just hide nameplates and stuff for taking pictures. And then it does give you the option here to do top quality. It would max out every single option for max quality to take the best looking screenshot if you're interested in that. But here is kind of the cool one that I've seen. So it gives you this cool animation, drops in, and so now you have a posable character, right? So you have a cool, like, high quality version of your character, and then you have all these options. So equipment slots toggles this on and off, so you can get rid of that. And then you can also hide your player, right? So that's my player model on the left, and I can hide that person. And then what we can do is actually move this person over here. So this is our model. It's the only janky part is like trying to figure out where you're supposed to grab your character, but usually it's over on the right. So if I left click and drag left and right, I'm spinning them around, and if I right click and drag, I'm moving them around the screen, and if I wheel scroll in and out, I'm zooming in and out. So you can do something like this. You can make your person really close and do, you know, extreme close-up stuff if you're looking for something like that, look for detail on your character or not. So I can kind of drag them around. And then right down here, you can have them draw their weapon. So that way you're messing around with their standing option. They can stand idly or not right here. You'll click that. This right here is lighting options. So you'll see it. Hold on, sorry. Let me zoom in a little bit. And so you can see I'm changing the lighting. See I'm changing the direction of the light on the face. So it kind of goes here and there, so you can kind of light your character how you want it, and same deal here, left to right, so you're just moving that light around, light source. And then you can also change the color of the light if you really want to color, you know, green or whatever it might be. You've got different color options here and a color picker as well. So you can kind of customize how you want your character to look there. And then we can also do an animation, and there are 313 of these things. There's too many of them. But you can, if you really want to take a picture of your character doing something, you can do all of these animations and attack all this stuff, attack one-handed, and if you left click, it plays it once. If you right click it, it continues to play it. So you can just kind of pick whatever you want. Like let's say I really want a shield block. Yeah, that's cool. So now here's another cool thing is that once you play the animation, you can hit the play button down here and see it once. And if you hit pause, it brings down this little slider, and you can slide through the animation like this. See, I'm drawing left and right, and so I slide right through the animation. So I can say, ooh, I really like that. You know, I want to see my character blocking, and let's say I'm going to be blocking an attack from somebody or something, you know, and so I can do that. So that way I'm blocking. And then over here, you can change the vignette, which is the darkening of the sides of the screen. So you can go more or less with that. And you can also, instead of doing that, if you just want to block out everything in the background, you do this bottom slider and just black it out. and that way you have full black, nothing to deal with. You could green screen something in the background in Photoshop or something later if you like. Because the only tricky part is, like, you know, use whatever background you're at in the game, that's where it's going to use as the background. So that's going to be part of the composing of the shot, is find a cool area that gives you a cool perspective, and then you can place these characters where you like. So you can scroll through, find that, and so now I've got this. I've got my character pose in a cool pose or something like that. So now I've got, right down here, say visuals, there's drop down menu, opens it up, and you have all of these spells, right? You go through and it has a drop down. Let's say grand spell is a big cool spell. Let's say I'm a paladin, so I probably want to do something cool with light. So I can left click and it'll put a certain effect on my character. And once I really like that one, I can right click it and save it. So let's say I really like those wings. I think those look cool. You know, I've got some cool wings going, and I can kind of pose it a little bit there. And you can do as many of these as you want. Like, let's say I want to also light erupt, like that, right? And so I can have light eruption going, and then I could darken it out completely and have a big crazy effect. And I can take a screenshot at a certain point here just to make it look cool. And you have tons of options here. There are environmental spells, shot touch, like the corruption look, level up effect you can play. So you got all sorts of things to play around with here. So it's really good creatively. You can mess around. You can combine 17 different effects and have an absolute cluster of effects on your screen at one time, and then take a quick screenshot of that. So that's cool. And then it gives you down here, once it says applied, you'll see there, you can click one. If you don't like, oh man, that light eruption's too much, just click it and hit the X, right? And then, okay, yeah, whatever. Play through the internet. There we go. So I have this kind of a cool thing. Now let's say, okay, I've got my guy customized and looking cool. Why don't I want to add in somebody else, right? So I hit group pose, and when you come over to this plus sign, you can click NPC browser, right? And now you can search for any NPC in the entire game, right? And so you can just go up here, and let's say I want to hang out with my boy Uther, and you get a little preview. So I got Uther here, all right? And so now if I want to move Uther around, I can do stuff with Uther. And so now he's hanging out, and let's make him do a thing. Let's make him, I don't know, swim? Alright, there we go. It's a perfect screenshot. It's literally, so, but I can, let's see. Yeah. Shield bash, do whatever you want. Oh, why don't we know what we're gonna do, right? Because we're gonna put Uther behind us, right? I'm getting a live idea. This is off the cuff. We are gonna oh, you son of a bee, Arthas. And then, so I'm right clicking again to move them. Left click, I can spin them to position them how I want. And then we're gonna give them an animation. Let's see. I think there's like a, oh yeah, you know that's happening. So let's say that. Let's go with that, right? And so that's my picture. So you can do all sorts. So you're layering, right? So each one, if I want to change my position of my character, I would click number 1 and it says my name, and number 2 is the goes to Uther, and number 3 is Arthas. And so I can click each layer and change them and move them around. and decide how I want them. And there's other options here that I have not, simple speech balloons. You can make comics. I have not messed with this very much, but you can do text overlays, things like that. So you can mess with a whole bunch of stuff, subtitles, all that. I have not messed with the light sources and model scales as much, so that would be something that is probably more of an advanced section of this. But you can play around with it and just mess around with it. So there's tons of options here to mess around. So let's say we like, so I personally like Gyazo, and I can just take a picture of it. I just use Control F11 on my Gyazo. So I'm like, hey, look, that's me protecting Uther from Arthas and doing my thing, right? And so I would have a picture of that. So this is the Narcissus mod. These are some of the basic options that I've found just in one night of messing around with it. So you can mess around with it more. I'm sure you guys could find even more cool stuff to do with it. If you have any questions about it or any tips, anything like that, just please let us know. Put it in the comments. Just let me know what's going on so I can do a little bit more fun stuff with this. But hope you guys enjoy. Hope you guys enjoy just messing around with this mod. It's really cool. I've really liked it. And there's tons more stuff I haven't even delved into in it. So, all right, have a good time. Thanks, guys. Bye.